Oi, meu povo. Hello, everyone. It has been way too long, right? I know. It has been way too long that I haven't come over here for you guys and I haven't talked to you guys há muito tempo. I open the door, so he said, he messed up my video. Come on. No, come over here. Look, he's right there. He comes over here, mess up my video, and then he just This is not a show. Hello everyone. Hi everybody. Oi todo mundo. So, has been way too long, right? So, I was trying to make this video and I'll put in the blurbs here. My husband kept coming back and forth. Eu tava fazendo vídeo, meu marido ficava tanto saindo. Depois eu mostro pra vocês aqui. Anyway, it has been way too long that I haven't come over here, so I want to apologize for that, first of all. And let me say something for my friends in Portuguese. Galera, pra vocês eu vou colocar a legenda aqui que eu vou fazer esse vídeo em inglês, ok? Aí vocês apertam no negocinho aqui pra colocar a legenda, ok? E vai aparecer a legenda em português. So I'm gonna put subtitles in Portuguese for my Brazilian friends. Anyway, I apologize for have been here for a long time, but I truly have been very busy. But anyway, how are you guys? How is everybody? Ups and downs? Downs? I am ups and downs. I have victory and you have victory also, okay? Anyway, you see the title of the video. And the Lord put a word in my heart and I wanted to share with you and take this word and apply it to your life, because I am in my life also. So anyway, you see that the title of the video was about being lost, feeling lost, and I'm gonna give you a few hints. You were like, oh, I don't know if I'm lost. No, maybe I'm not lost. I'm not lost. What is being lost? So I'm gonna give you a few hints and I'm gonna ask you a few questions, and maybe you are in a position, because being lost sometimes in life, it doesn't mean like, oh, if you're a Christian out there, it doesn't mean that I'm not lost, I'm a Christian already, or you know, that's not the kind of lost that I'm talking about, okay? And if you're my friend, have not met Jesus yet, I will talk about that too with you. But yeah, I'm gonna ask you a few questions and just so you can think about it a little bit, about what is being lost. Am I lost in life at this moment? Am I lost in my purpose? Am I lost in what I'm doing? So I wrote down a few things that I'm gonna share with you. I'm gonna ask you a few questions that I want you to think, okay? Number one, are you murmuring about your life? Are you murmuring about not having money? Are you murmuring about not having the things that you wanted to have? Are you murmuring about not going where you wanted to go? Are you murmuring about your kids not being at the place they wanted to be? Are you murmuring about not being married yet? Are you murmuring a lot? Because I tell you what, the Israelites, they murmur a lot. And they were lost in the desert for 40 years. And they could have been to the place where they went very fast, where they're supposed to go very fast. But guess what? It took them forever because they murmur so much. So murmuring, that's a little hint for you. If you're murmuring a lot, you might be a little lost. Just saying. Number two, are you looking for things that other people have it, being upset for you not having? I'm not saying it's not okay for dream to have something, but what is not okay, it's for you to be going on your Facebook, going on your Instagram, going on your YouTube channel and looking and kind of think, oh, I don't have that. And being sad about being lost in your own purpose. You know, everybody has a moment, everybody has a purpose, everybody has something different. Being lost in that, in looking to other people's life, you can lose yourself by just looking to someone else, and you are right here and you're just looking at right there, but God is like, look right here, don't look right there. That's number two. Number three, are you lost in trying to change things that you cannot change? Let's be honest, there are certain things that you cannot change. I'm gonna give you an example, the weather. This is a beautiful weather here today, but can you change the weather? I don't think so, right? I don't think so. Are you God? Nope. You can try, but you're not. So there is certain things that you cannot change. You cannot change someone else. You can try. You can be an influencer. You can speak into someone else's life and be a mentor, but you cannot change them. There are certain things that you cannot change. So being forceful in trying to change the things that you cannot change, it's being lost. You're just trying so hard, and you can't do it. And it's not gonna take you anywhere, so it's kind of lost because you're just going around, and you're not gonna fulfill a purpose, you're not gonna get anywhere because there are things there that you cannot change yourself. Anyway, are you thinking about all the time, what am I here for? Oh, this person is fulfilling much more purpose than me. This person is doing much more than me. What am I here for? What am I here for? What am I here for? Are you just wasting your time like thinking, and not actually like putting action, anything? Those are a few clues, okay, for you to think about, a few questions for you to think about it. What is being lost at the moment right now in your life, and what is lost? What is that feeling? You know, because there is a feeling of being lost. I can testify myself, because I have felt like in different seasons of my life. It was not only one time. It was in different seasons of my life, feeling lost in a place that I was in, like feeling like I don't belong here. But I want you to know one thing: feelings are not true. Feelings will lie to you. Feelings you do things are not supposed to be doing. Feelings lie to you. So don't believe so much your feelings, but just look to reality. And I'm going to teach you, I'm going to tell you a few things that will help you just in that season of life. Sometimes we all go through. So maybe someday I have to watch this video back and say, oh, I'm lost. Let me look. What do I need to do? I wanted to tell you a little bit about part of my testimony also about being lost in one season of my life. What helped me? When I came to the United States for the first time about 20 years ago, I didn't know Jesus yet. He wasn't my friend. I didn't have a relationship with him yet. And I was lost. I tell you what, I was all over the place. I was trying to look for relationships to fulfill me, to fulfill inside of me my purpose, to just make me happy. I was looking to other people to make me happy. I was looking to accomplish things in life to make me happy. I was just looking, searching, and not finding anything at all. And I'll tell you in a little bit what happened to me. Let me just give you a few little things that will help you, okay? A few steps that will help you if you're feeling the way that I was talking to you about it. For you to get from point A to point B, you want it to be in point B, okay? So I'll give you just a few steps. And let's go for number one. Number one is gratitude. Make a list. What do you have? I have a chair, actually pretty comfortable. And I wasn't putting my back is killing me up. I wasn't putting my back into it, but being grateful. I'm grateful for the sunshine today. I'm telling you all, it was so cold here. Oh, I don't like cold at all. I'm from Brazil, of course I don't like cold. So I'm very grateful for the sunshine today. So there are little things that you can be grateful for and you can focus on, and instead focus on where you don't have that day. Because it's very easy. I tell you what, it's very easy for me to focus on what I don't have all the time. Or focus how I want it to be and where I want it to get. But focus on the little things, like make a list every day in the morning, make a list of things that you're grateful for, or just say out loud. I say out loud, just say out loud, you know, God, I just thank you for the sunshine, thank you that I have two legs, thank you that I have two arms, just be grateful. This is number one thing. Number two, remember that I talked to you about there are things that you cannot change. There are things that you yourself cannot change. And when you get into a situation that you know that you cannot change that, you cannot change that person, you cannot change that situation. I really want this, but you can't. You know, there is the situations. I'm going to tell you a little, say the Serenity prayer. Have you heard of the Serenity prayer? I'm going to tell you, it's God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the wisdom to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Actually, I said it wrong, but okay. God, my dog's barking. Right now, my dog's gonna be barking. It's God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. This is the beginning of the Serenity prayer. And there are moments in our lives, I tell you that you just need to say that prayer. If you don't remember right now in a paper and pick it up from your pocket and just read it. You can Google. I'll put it right down here too. See, even me, I can forget, but yeah, we need wisdom anyway. I said wisdom, but we need wisdom for everything. And if you lack of wisdom, just ask. Just ask the God. He will give it to you, wisdom. Because the words say that when you ask for wisdom, He will give. It's not like if, when, or how. The Bible just say that He will give it to you. So ask and believe that you receive that wisdom. So, number 3, just pray. Pray that God help you to find your purpose. Remember that I talked about the feeling of not having a purpose, the feeling of lost, the feeling of not wanting to do anything. Even if it is a little prayer, just say, God, help me. Pray that God will give you wisdom and He'll help you. Okay, God has given to each one of us different talents. God has given to me different talents than to you. What do you like to do? Do you like to paint? Do you like to color? Do you like to write? Do you like to talk? I like to talk. Do you like to talk? Do you like to sing? Do you like to play an instrument? Do you like electronic, like computer stuff? I don't. Do you like, what do you like? Because you know what? The things that gives you joy, the things that you like, God has put that in you. God has given you a talent. Just ask Him to tell you, to show you, and then invest in that. And then start to practice. You're like, okay, yeah, it does give me joy to write a little bit. I'm gonna write. It does give me joy to draw. I'm gonna draw. Just use those talents that God has given to you, and little, you find purpose. You will find the purpose in Him that He has for you, because He was born for you. He gave you a little salt that no one else has on earth. It's different than anybody else. So just pray. He will open your eyes, show it to you, and then you put it in action. And just make a list. Yeah, make a list of things that God can help you to find. And then you trust. The last thing is like trust. Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and your mind, and lean not on your own understanding. That's the last step. Just trust God and trust that He will lead you to the right path. Do not give up and trust God. But do not give up. Just keep moving forward. Do not look back. Move forward. Okay? Okay. Well, you can try something and fail. So what if you fail? Everybody falls. When you started to ride a bike, you have to fall so you can learn how to ride, right? Anything in life, you have to fall so you can move forward. So just because you fell, don't think that it is not your purpose. Don't think that it's not your gift. Don't think that it's not for you. Ask God. He will give you that purpose in your heart. And trust. Just trust Him. Lean not understanding. Trust God. So I'll finish what I was saying in the beginning. That, when I came to the US about 20 years ago, I was pretty lost. Very lost. Lost in I thought I knew God. I searched for God. I thought I knew a God, and I did. I knew a religious God. I knew a God that I could go and pray, but He would not talk back to me. I knew a religious God, but I was living my life the way that I wanted to live. I was just going from party to party, looking for relationships to fulfill my purpose. I came to the US because I just want to come to the US. I want to learn English and I want to live my life. But I came broken. I was really broken inside. My heart was broken. My heart was broken since childhood for many things. And I was really broken inside. And I was looking into all of the things and all of the people around me to fix this brokenness. And believe me, my heart has been broken many times, and it still is broken after I met Jesus. It's not like you're gonna be fixed forever. It's not like what I'm promising you and what I'm telling you that my testimony was. What I'm telling you is, when I came here for the first time, the first day that I came to the US, the house that I stay in, and I was supposed to stay with 2 friends, and she took me to a Bible study. I didn't even know English. And this lady took me to a Bible study. And I'm like, what? I just want to go party right now. Why am I in a Bible study? I don't even read the Bible well. I don't even know that. I think it's cool for you all, but not for me. That was my first day in the US. And I did not understand much English yet, and I have a few friends with me. One of them, they were some Brazilian friends, and I met some new American friends. They were very sweet, and they were a big influence in my life. Anyway, little by little, God was drawing me closer to Him. I started to understand English. I believe it was very supernatural. And I started to go to a church here, and I did not understand everything that they were saying, but I started to sing the songs, and the Lord really started to talk to me, to my heart, like personally. No one was forcing me to go to a church, nobody. And I was going in the beginning because, oh, that's cool. It's United States. Let me try out. Let me see. But God had an encounter with me. One day, one of my friends, they came out to me. She looked at me and she said, do you know God? Do you want to know Jesus? Do you want to know Him in a different way? And I'm like, you know what? I do. I was completely broken. My heart was already bleeding. It was bleeding. I have got out of a really broken relationship back home, and I was crying all the time. Like I said, I was looking for other things to fulfill my heart, and those things could never be fulfilled. They could never fulfill my heart. God was the only one who could, but I did not know that. So that was the night. That night, I did accept the Lord into my heart, and I did. It wasn't magical. Nothing happened on that night. It was like, I went to heaven. No, it wasn't like that for me. What happened was, little by little, my heart started to change. Little by little, my desires started to change. Little by little, I wanted to learn more about this Jesus. Little by little, I started to hear His voice, which I hear and I love it today. Little by little, I started to wanted to be more and more close to Him. Little by little, I was looking how sinful I was and how broken and how far away from Him, my life and me, I was really, with the practices that I was doing, how lost I was. I started to realize that in my own heart. So I started to read, I started to pray in a different way. I wasn't praying a religious prayer anymore. I was just talking to God, just like I'm talking to you. And if you say right now, I don't know how to pray, just talk. And I tell you what, He'll talk to you back. He will. Just read the Bible, and you can hear His voice through the Bible coming out through you, to you, into your heart. So after that point, my desires of things started to change. My desire of clothes started to change. My desire of how I walk started to change. The way that I talk started to change. But it was not because someone was making me do it. It was not because someone was telling me really to do it. Of course, I learned a lot from my pastors, and I learned a lot with people who were always putting around me. But what was changing me was the relationship that I started to have with God. That what it was. It's like I was lost. I was completely lost, and He just grabbed me and said, you're mine. You're mine. Be here with me. When you lose something, God was telling me this week, He's like, when you lose something that's very precious to you, like you sleep every night with a blanket. For example, my daughter sleeps every night with a blanket. If you lose that blanket that's very precious for you, you're going to be looking for it until you find it. And when you find it, you're going to be completely happy and excited about it. And I know this is a little shallow example, but when you lose something, you are always happy when you find it. If that thing that you lost is precious to you, whatever you lost, if it was precious to you, when you find it, you're going to be in joy. You're going to be completely joyful. You're going to be happy. And that's how Jesus was when He found me. He found me before I found Him. So it is the same way for you. He's always looking for the lost. He's always looking for the ones that are missing. He's not like, oh, I got all of them, I don't need any more. He's not that way. He wants to have a relationship to every single one of us. He wants to talk different to every single one of us. He wants to make our purpose flourish here on earth. So I invite you to invite Him to your heart, and if you already know Him, I invite you to have a greater and deeper relationship with Him by praying, by seeking, by reading, by just thinking about Him, by just having a gratitude. So feeling lost, yes, we can feel lost in our life. Many different seasons. There's a greater loss. That's the one that I was. And there was this little loss, this feeling of loss that I haven't been through my Christianity, really, many times. But when I turn my head and I look up to Him, I'm found it again. And I gave you those little steps here. Those are things that I need to do, that I do when I have those feelings. Remember, feelings, they can be up there, but they're not true. A lot of times they're not true. So I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you talk back to me, because I love to hear from you guys and hear what God talked to you in this video specific, and encourage me to just give and bring a word more for you. Hopefully I will see you soon again. And thank you for listening. Thank you for sticking around with me until now. Okay? Ciao.